welcome to Olympic Archery. Here is the problem. In the archery section of the Olympics, the path of the arrow being shot forms a parabola between the shooter and the target. In this problem, the center of the target and the archer's arrow are 1.3 meters off the ground. Male archers stand 70 meters away from their target. After being shot, the arrow reaches a maximum height of 1.71 meters from the ground, halfway between the shooter and the target. Find the equation of the arrow's path. The three methods we will be using to solve this problem is: number 1, substitution. Number 2, elimination. And number 3, using a graphing calculator. Method number 1. Substitution. Here is a parabola visualized on a graph. The first step is to write a chart of x and y coordinates based on the information that was given: 0, 1.3, 35, 1.71, and 70, 1.3. The second step is to write the standard equation of a parabola. Plug in the first pair of x and y coordinates, 0, 1.3, into the quadratic equation to determine what c is. 1.3 equals c. Next, plug in the next pair of coordinates, 35, 1.71, and plug in c and simplify the first equation. The first equation says 0.41 equals 1,225a plus 35b. Plug in the third set of coordinates to get the second equation. To the first equation, solve for b in terms of a. b equals negative 70a. And to the second equation, plug in b. b equals negative 70a, so you plug in negative 70a. Solve for a. a equals negative 3.35 times 10 to the negative 4th. So if b equals negative 70 times a, then plug in a. b equals 0.02345. Step 3. Now that you know what a and b are, plug in a and b in order to get the equation. Congratulations, you have solved. Method 2. Elimination. Like substitution, here we have the standard equation of a parabola. We made a chart of coordinates using the information. As before, plug in the x and y coordinates 0, 1.3 into the quadratic equation to determine c. c equals 1.3. Plug in c in the next pair of coordinates, 35, 1.71, and simplify just as before. The first equation turned out to be 0.41 equals 1,225a plus 35b. Determine the second equation by plugging in c in the last pair of coordinates 70, 1.3, and simplify. The second equation is 0 equals 4900a plus 70b. Elimination differs from substitution by this last step. Instead of substituting, you would multiply the first equation by -2 in order to make 35b into -70b. This way, the two terms are opposites. When you combine the two equations by adding, the b cancels out. You are left with one variable, which is a. Solve for a, algebraically. A equals -3.35 times 10 to the -4th. Now that you have a, you plug that into the second equation and solve for b. Plug in the values of a, b, and c and get the equation of the parabola. Congratulations, that's the equation. The third and easiest method is plugging it into your TI-83 Plus graphing calculator. The first step is to turn on your calculator. Click the Stat button and edit. In List 1, punch in the x coordinates, and in List 2, punch in the y coordinates respectively. Then press Second Quit. Go back to Stat and click right arrow to go to Calc, and then select Quad Regression. Hit Enter twice. The a, b, and c values of the parabola is given. Plug them into the standard equation.